I'm Danny Brown, and you're listening to 1 Minute Podcast Tips, the show that helps you be a better podcaster in just a minute a week. If you want more specific tips just for you and your podcast, check out the Magic Mike membership at 1minutepodcasttips.com/support. And now, this week's episode. When you first start a podcast, it can be confusing as to which podcast app you should put your podcast on. There's Amazon, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and a lot more. And it can be a bit overwhelming thinking, do I need to submit my podcast to all these apps? So a lot of people just choose Apple and Spotify, and while there's nothing wrong with that, it does limit the potential listeners your show can have. So what I recommend is submitting to all the podcast apps that you can. Now I know I just said that can seem overwhelming, but the great news is your podcast host should make it super easy to submit your podcast automatically. There's also a great resource on industry publication Pod News that shows all the apps you can submit to. And I'll leave a link to that in the show notes, so be sure to check them out after the episode. So yeah, submit to as many podcast apps as you can and don't leave any listeners on the table. It's free and it's easy, so why would you miss it? Until the next time, happy podcasting. Thanks for listening. If you enjoy 1 Minute Podcast Tips, be sure to share with your friends and other podcasters so they can enjoy it too. Until the next time, happy podcasting.